Hey everyone, let's get this rolling. This is DayTraderRockStar for DayTradingRadio.com. It is Tuesday night, July 24th, after Apple earnings, and we're doing a market recap, basically, S&P update for tomorrow, and I actually have a mini watch list that I'm going to be sending out to everyone with some updated stocks and some good new setups. So I want to do this really fast. I know we don't have time watching videos in the middle of the night, so I'm going to try to do this really as fast as I can. The S&P, we know it's in that upward channel we talked about yesterday. And what I talked about yesterday, I actually posted on Sunday's Outlook going into, this was tomorrow's Outlook for today. We talked about this rising channel, but it says here, you made me talk about the proverbial carrot that dangles in front of the market. Well, above the 1380, I will, feel much comfortable with this market if it got back above 1380. But what I really said here is that, this pattern's holding up. There's going to be something that's going to drop us off here. Technically, it seems to be getting weaker. You got a little push here. It was a bearish flag, and we're saying maybe it would be the Apple earnings tomorrow, as I put this out yesterday. And I can tell you right now, Apple down 36 points after market. We're going to put a little pressure on the markets tomorrow morning. Now, is this the catalyst that really is going to, hammer down this market and really break it down? Or do we, does Apple gap down, but from the rest of the day on, just rally back up? So it might, it's going to be an interesting morning tomorrow with the Apple Open. I would advise anybody who wants to get a good deal on Apple, and I think you're going to probably see a pre-market ramp up into the Open, is to get up as early as possible. This thing will start trading at 6 o'clock, if not earlier. You'll start seeing some of the first trades pass by. And I have a feeling that if we do open up around that 567, it's not going to stay down there. I think we're going to grind back up. So just, I'm going to try to get into the office as early as I can and try to see if we actually catch this at that time. And it's going to be hard. But, if you guys could do it, I'll keep it up on the screen right now, and you guys can really watch it tomorrow or trade it. I would recommend trading this upside move in Apple. The overall 60-minute chart showed the breakdown. This was what we were watching. We were making sure if we were going to get a break higher or we're going to get a breakdown. And so if we had the breakdown, that would probably give us enough power to kind of break through this upward channel. So that's really a close-up look at the channel, and we did break through it. Now, again, tomorrow with the Apple earnings and some other earnings out, that's going to weigh on the market. We got to see if this is going to be a bounce opportunity, because really, we already had 3 pretty decent days down, and if we end up actually coming down to this level, and again, this is on the 60-minute chart, so this could easily, we get down to that 1320 level. It might be interesting. Lower part of this channel is very interesting. All right, so let's take a look at 60 minutes already oversold, and the daily, that's pointing down. So we do have some downside tomorrow, no doubt about it. If you're in the riverbed, you're going to haven't up very happy. If you haven't seen it, it's trading up at $18. And let's take a look at some stocks right now. We're going to start off with Yahoo. I'm going to just run with you with this. Yahoo, great setup. And what makes this one great is the sell-off today. Sell-off today, and it was announced that some guy, one of the major directors bought like $39 million worth of Yahoo shares, something pretty substantial. Well, anyway, we outlined this nice channel that's developing Yahoo, and that channel is still it's still intact, and everything looks great about this. I think that was just an opportunity today, and I would say that this kind of pivot area down, and we're going to put another trend line up here, and you can really see the channel. We actually came right down here and pretty much nailed that trend line, bounced back up. We get a push back up here, take out that previous high. This one's going right to $17. So I think it's a great trade to $17 if you actually break back above the recent highs. I'm just going to bring up the 60-minute. I did some more charting on this. Yeah, pretty much. I would say that $16 level, $15.81, and then the area right up above us, right under $16. But really, that 1581 would be that pivot reversal. That pivot that kind of broke down. We broke down. We can break back up above that level. I would say $17 is a good good target. We're going to ramp up. I actually want to be a part of that trade on strength at 1581. I had to take a deep breath. I just talked for like 4 minutes while taking a breath of air. All right, Dollar General, just a couple notes. This was actually off the HPS watch list, and I just want to point out that this was one of the stocks that actually hit its target. We had a buy trigger down here near the 50-period moving average. Really nice, first really pullback off the 52-week highs. Nice, the first time the stochastic had oversold. It makes sense that the 50-period holds up, and we got a nice bounce off of it. That one actually continues to look pretty good, and you probably end up seeing this type of action up here, at least back up towards the recent highs. Same thing here with Costco, COST. It's in a nice little flag formation, and we should be starting to head back up here. So these stocks are quality stocks, and even though the market has a little weight to it, these stocks will be the first stocks to bounce back up. ADM, just take a look at this. So I put this one in a channel, and I just adjusted this channel line a little. Before I had a channel line going from that candlestick down here, which kind of came right down to about here. But we could use that one, but I'd be safer on looking at this $26 level as support, and wouldn't be afraid of it if it came down to 26. I think that would actually be a fantastic buy area anywhere in this zone right here. So that's about $26 to $26.50. ADM, and of course, you're already oversold on the daily, oversold on the 60, just getting the turn up. It just looks good for tomorrow. And the one that I really like, Children's Place, and this is just continue to flag out. We talked about this setup, just about ready to get a golden cross, 50-period moving average crossing the 200-period moving average. This is a recent channel breakout, and we're just flagging, and we're actually holding most of the major averages. Yeah, had a little choppiness today, pulled back, but we're pretty much still flagging out. And would think that you still have some support down here, right above $48. But overall, this pattern is very bullish. So it could get whipped around a little with the market, but this is I'd watch for any type of strength above that yesterday's highs, to really kind of give you a good clue, and that would really maintain that we're holding above the 20-period moving average. And in this environment, this stock is actually holding up pretty good. So Hess has the inverted head and shoulders pattern. We haven't broken out of it yet, but it's definitely a bottoming pattern playing out. I've looked at this many times on the show, so it's like it's all written up here. It looks like a sailor's hat. And I'm just showing the difference between a head and shoulders and an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So let me clean that up before you. It's my palette. You can really see it here. Just a very clean and organized inverted head and shoulders pattern. Daily stochastic is kind of pulling back. We're really trying to hold that 20-period moving average. This is quite a nice formation. This is really a classic inverted head and shoulders pattern, that sideways, and what that really represents is a divergence in a channel. The channel continues to move down, making lower highs and lower lows, until finally you get a push above that recent high, and the lower low comes above the recent low. So that's the divergence, and that's what puts in that right shoulder. So it's actually a reversal pattern. That really means that channel is reversing. The possibility of a new channel starting would be ideal right now. So it hasn't broken out yet. It does look interesting. And here's a strong one for you. EPD, Enterprise Products. I'm just going to throw it up there. Just recently off the highs. It really didn't even flag out for the first time. This recently broke out. So what you normally look for on a recent breakout like this, we're going to zoom out here, is that first flag back, usually to the 20-period moving average. And then we break up. This hasn't really done that, so I think this is a key candidate for a flagging formation. It's just about kind of measuring it out on the 60-minute chart. If this starts to pull back down here, see how far we get down on this, and start looking for that flag to play out, and almost even take an extension candlestick there might be worth doing. And there was something else I wanted to show you. Oh, the ice. All right, the ice baby. All right. Here's ICE, Intercontinental Exchange, and we're just almost getting a crossover to the upside. We had 2 very bullish days in the market, which has been very weak. It really bounced hard off of that 129.80 level. We're going to call it 130 level. We had a candlestick back over here, and we had a candlestick back over here. And in this, it might look like a lot shop to you, all right? But then you got to remember, when you look at a chart, you're looking at a map of and there's certain things on a map you look for. You look for the mountains, you look for the valleys, and not to kind of make blow this out of make this into a one of these nice pretty painting sessions, but you want to see the structure of the chart, and that way all of a sudden you see, well, all right, what does this chart tell me? It says, well, we have a definite pivot here. I want to pay attention to that, and I know this is going to be a pivot, and then I notice that there's a gap here. And whenever you see a gap in a price, there's usually sometimes a new channel or a new pattern starts to develop. So I use that as a pivot area too. So I just connect these lines here, see what happens. And here's a pivot area over here. And wow, you look at it and you're saying, well, that's kind of too much of a coincidence. It fell right into a perfect pattern and bounced right off that line. Is it a perfect coincidence that it gapped right here and you start that trend line and that new pattern? It goes right to the top of that, not a penny off. It comes right to the bottom here, not a penny off. All of a sudden you have 3 good pivot areas, and it pops right off that 4th, not a penny off. Randomness of the market is sure. I believe that there's some random occurrences here, but overall in the greater pattern of things, you have to pay attention to these levels. And this actually looks quite good to push back up into this pattern. That's why I picked up some. I actually picked up some options on it today. So we'll be following this tomorrow, and I think this one's really setting up to really kind of move back up above the 142.43 level, and that's recent highs. Well, all right. So that's it for the watch list. That's it for the market update, and that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm DayTraderRockStar. I'm putting it out on YouTube. I haven't done that in a while. But like I said, we do the broadcast each and every day, starting off around 8 o'clock in the morning, going till Jesus, what time is it now? 10 o'clock at night? Not every day, but at least till 4 o'clock, the closing bell. Calling the trades live in the market. And sending out the special research to the members of the site. All right, so that's it, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.